If she wasn't there, she literally could have died.
So thank you, Dr. Josephine, for not letting those people kill me.
Shalom YouTube family, welcome back to the channel. And if you're new here, welcome to the family.
In today's video, we'll be giving you our thoughts and opinions on our recent experience with the healthcare system in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. And don't forget to stay tuned to the end. We'll be giving you a list of our recommended healthcare facilities.
Yeah. And if you enjoy videos like this one, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below to get more of these exact videos. So let's get started.
We have been to 2 different hospitals and 2 different dentist offices during our stay in Dar es Salaam. So we're gonna start off with the hospital. So the first hospital that we went to was Kitengule in Tegeta. We went there because it was the closest to where we live. And if you watched our previous videos, you know we had an emergency situation. I had a seizure while I was pregnant and had to rush to a hospital. So I don't know how that went because I wasn't exactly conscious. So
I'll explain how I guess everything went at that hospital. So first of all, when we pulled up to the hospital, one of the friends called, so they were quick to come pick her up and put her into the room. Now from there, our doctor, our personal doctor that we went to prior to the hospital that works at another hospital was there with us. And so she told us after the whole hospital experience how kind of things went inside the room because I wasn't in there. First thing she said was nobody knew what they were doing inside the hospital, inside that room. And she worked with somebody prior to another hospital there, and the person was acting like he didn't know her and had an attitude. So basically she told us if she wasn't there, she literally could have died.
So thank you, Dr. Josephine, for not letting those people kill me.
I was also told that that hospital is known for having people, you know, I don't know this to be true. I'm not gonna say it's just 100% true, but for people to be just sitting there and then die because people not know what was going on.
Yeah, they'll let you die. We heard this from a very trusted local friend that they will let you die in that thing. So, But, you know, overall, our doctor being there, she did a very good job on, you know, bringing her and calming her down. She had another seizure while she was in there, but, you know, she got her stable and everything like that. And then once we left the hospital and got into an ambulance, it wasn't a very great ambulance, to say the least. She threw up in the ambulance and they didn't have anything to catch the throw up or to clean up the throw up. Her, what is it called? The stretcher was sliding back and forth. We literally had to hold the stretcher. Yeah, I said that in the previous video. I wasn't even barely conscious, but the 2 things I remember in the ambulance was feeling like my body was sliding and then throwing up. Like I remember that, but I was like, I could feel like this and I wasn't even awake.
And also I noticed they didn't really have any health supplies in there.
In the
ambulance. You know, usually you would see a whole bunch of different health supplies, and they didn't have literally anything. It was just like a we might as well should have been in an SUV going to the next hospital. I could say it wasn't that great. So overall, the overall experience, I can't say it was a very good hospital to go to, especially in an emergency. Maybe something quick like stitches or something that doesn't require serious medical work, but that wasn't that wasn't the case for us.
The next hospital that we went to Aga Khan Hospital, Aga Khan in Upanga. This is where I had an emergency C-section and I started my recovery there.
Also, that was the place we went to right after the first hospital.
Yeah, that's where the ambulance took her. So I had an emergency C-section. They took the baby to the NICU and I went to the ICU. So this hospital is highly recommended for the care that the baby needed since she was very premature. It was recommended to take her to this hospital. Like this was the one that had the capability to take care of her, which they did because she is doing great, flourishing. So as for the care there, first of all, the hospital's nice.
Very beautiful hospital.
I want to say it's like 60 years old, I think they said, but it's kept up, it's been renovated.
The nurses and doctors are very nice.
Very.
They care about you. They don't want you to die. They're not gonna just push you in the corner and be like, okay, let's wait. Let's just wait till they. No, they're actually taking care of you. They actually care. I was taken care of really well while I was there. When you tell them you feel a way, they believe you. You know, in America, that's a problem sometimes. They're like, oh, I have a pain. They're like, do you have a pain? You know what I'm saying? So the doctors were very nice. I got out of there in like 4 days, and I was kind of loopy at the time. But all the time that we spent going back and forth with the baby for like 2 months, her doctor, so they kind of rotated at first, but all of the doctors were very good, very professional. The nurses were very good. The one thing I would say, and I think it's just a thing in Africa. It's not really a sense of urgency unless
it's an emergency.
It's an emergency. So like something could be a little off and you say something and you're gonna probably have to wait for it. Like something would have to be like wrong for them to like.
They did her surgery very well. She had a C-section like we said, and they took out a fibroid. Scar healed fine. Their follow-up appointments went very well. They were very knowledgeable on the procedures and everything that was done. So they did a very great job when it came to the actual surgery itself.
So the follow-up appointments, so you go to the clinic at the hospital, that is a little unorganized, I would say. Depending on what you're doing, like when I went to the doctor for me, they're calling numbers. When we go to the doctor for the baby, they're not calling numbers. So the nurses are supposed to have a list for each doctor and tell you the order that it's in, because it's basically in the order that you paid. So we would go, like people would just be jumping up and going in the room. Like as soon as the door opens and somebody comes out, somebody just like runs in there.
It's like whoever gets there first, to the room, which is very frustrating. So overall, great hospital. They had little things that we didn't too much care for, but I would say it was like an 8 out of 10 out of 10. It was a very good hospital, and we couldn't ask for more. We do recommend this hospital, especially if you have something seriously wrong with you. This is probably the best hospital in Tanzania to go to for procedures that are like serious and complicated.
So the next thing we're going to talk about are the dentists. So I'm going to tell you about my experience and he's going to tell you about his. So I actually went to the dentist today. We went to Empire Dental in Mikochini. Okay. So this is a very nice dentist office.
Beautiful facility.
Like when you walk in, you know it's nice immediately.
But it's in a mall too.
Right.
So that's a little different. It's not like.
Well, it's not like a mall. It's like it's called something Towers. Something with an F. I don't remember. We'll put it in the description. When you go in there, you just go up to the counter. They take walk-ins. We didn't make an appointment. You can make an appointment on their website, which we'll probably leave a link for that too. It was 25,000 T shillings, I believe, for the consultation. So just for the doctor to see you and assess what you needed.
Which is about $10, $11.
$11. So I ended up getting a cleaning, which when I left, I told him I think that was the best dentist experience.
Better than any American dentist.
Better than any dentist I've been to. I was only waiting a few minutes before they called me. Keep in mind, like we said, we were walking. So when I first sat in the chair, they took off my glasses and gave me like goggles with like red tint to like block your eyes from the light that they shine in your face, which I have never had a dentist do that, and it was greatly appreciated. And it also kept the mouth juice from popping in my eyes, like that happens at the dentist. Also, like even the cleaning that I had prior to coming out here, because we went to the dentist before we left America, that cleaning was painful. My mouth was sore after, and here they use like a machine instead of just like scraping at it, and it was a lot quicker, way better. It did not hurt, and it was just a good thing. And I feel like they don't pressure you to get things that you don't need. Like I felt like when I was in America, they basically tell you all of your teeth are falling out. Like we need to take them all out and start over. You know what I'm saying? Because they're trying to get you to, you have money. Insurance, they want you to spend money. But here they're telling you what exactly you need. So overall, for me, I would give the experience definitely I would give it a 9 out of 10 just because I feel like everybody has to, have some room to grow. but it was really good. I liked it.
I also went to the same dentist prior to her going and got a filling done. Now, I'm not going to start with this dentist. I'm starting the one I went to prior. And they did the exact same procedure. I was at Aga Khan, and they also have a dentistry section or side also to the hospital. And I went there because my filling had went out. I got a filling like 6 months prior in America, and it came out very quick, 6 months, like I said.
Right.
And I went in, it was quick, service was quick, it was a nice facility. And I went in there, he asked me what I needed, went in, did it in like 15, 20 minutes. Now 3 or 4 days later, I'm flossing, getting in there, and the filling came back out. So I'm like, dang. That's weird. Maybe he put it in the wrong spot, or I don't know. So I gave him another chance. Like, I'm gonna go back, see what they're talking about. And he was like, okay. He seen me. He was like, dang, the filling came back out. That shouldn't happen. So obviously it was gonna be for free. Did the filling again. Came back home a week later. The exact same scenario, flossing, and the filling came back out.
Also, the second time he got the filling, he said that he still couldn't eat on that side. Like, he was feeling pain in it the second time, which he said the first time he wasn't feeling that. When they redid it, it was hurting when he was eating, and then it came out again.
So obviously, I didn't decide to go back to the place.
Yeah.
And that's what we originally found Empire Dental.
Google.com.
Yeah. And it's a good dentist when you got like 2,000 something reviews and you got 5 stars. You know what I'm saying? And so I went there and got to the dentist, walk in just like her. We went in probably like 10 minutes later, and she looked at the hole and whatever. She was like, I'm finna have to give you a shot, to numb the area. Mind you, the other guy didn't give me a shot of anything. He didn't really do much, but just put another filling in. She did a whole bunch of stuff that this other guy didn't do. She cleaned it, like actually cleaned it. She spread it out a little bit, and whatever she did, it was great. Right. And she was actually talking bad about the other dentists. It was just a rush job, and she could tell. And after I was done, I went home, chewed on it. I could chew on that side again after years of not chewing on my left side of my mouth. Yeah. Great dentist, even better than when I got work done in America.
And we had 2 different dentists at Empire because we were walk-ins.
And both of them were great. Also, I didn't say this, but I was with the baby when she was in the dentist, and she started crying. And it was funny because right when she started crying, I guess a guy that worked there came up to me. He's like, hey, do you want me to get one of my nurses to come, soothe the baby? And so I was like, really? No, I'm good, man. I'm straight. I'm gonna just feed her and stuff like that. But I just appreciated that they even came, to offer that help.
So overall, we had a really good experience. We think the care is just as good, if not better, than in America at the hospital that we went to and the dentist that we went to. So here is the time you've been waiting for. This is the list of hospitals that we recommend. So some of these we've been to, and others were recommended to us by a trusted local who has very high standards, so it's all good. Okay, so the first one is Sali International. That is the hospital that we originally went to when I was pregnant for my checkups. So if you're pregnant, see Dr. Josephine. She was recommended to us by Siobhan, T3andMe. She delivered her baby. Everything went smoothly. It was great. And she's also the doctor that was with us at Keaton Goulet that saved me. She kept them from murdering me, okay? So see Dr. Josephine, okay? The next one will be Aga Khan. That is the one that I went to for my surgery. Everything went well. It was a good hospital. It was a good experience. Now these we heard of, but we have not been to. So the first one will be Saifi, okay? And that's supposed to be a newer hospital, so they have all the stuff, going on, and Regions. So all of these hospitals were recommended. Some of them new, so they have all the new special stuff, and some of them are older, so they have a lot of experience. So both of those things are good. So if you're coming to Dar es Salaam, or you're already in Dar es Salaam, you have a health emergency, just kind of be aware of what's close to where you are, and just have a game plan for if you have to have a situation.
So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you found this informative in some type of way, can help you when you're out here on your stay in Tanzania. We thank you for watching this long, and don't forget, if this helped you, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below for more videos like this. Stay tuned for upcoming videos. We want to say thank you, and we love you, family. Shalom.
Shalom.